All right. All right, so there we go. We are live, you guys, over here on the Siren Speak show. Let me try to get y'all over just a little bit. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get this right. All right, so what is up to each and every one of you guys today? What are we talking about today? We are talking about plastic surgery, do's and don'ts. Okay, so for all of us who want to be out here and we want to get our little self together, I've had a lot of people reach out to me in regards to reading about plastic surgery, should they get it, and just watching society when it comes to plastic surgery, y'all. Lord Jesus. What is it that I should do? Siren, should I get it? Or, is this too much? Now, you guys know your girl Siren is a woman of a particular age, okay? So I'm very critical as to if I get any more plastic surgery, why I would get it and all of that good stuff, right? So it's kind of like, people who are of a certain age. Now, honestly, I don't think anyone under like 30, unless you had a whole bunch of babies real young, you was a little fast tail like me. Okay, unless you had a whole bunch of babies real young, I don't think anybody under 30, I would say, should be getting or having plastic surgery, but life is just different. Life is a lot different. Back in like the 20s and stuff, there was no plastic surgery. Them women had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kids, and they was looking good. They were looking real good. So, nowadays, the idea of plastic surgery, y'all, I saw a video where there were so many women, like they have hotels now that are literally being booked. They are booked out because they have so many different women who... Yeah, I was supposed to change my hat and I didn't. They have so many different women who, babe, never mind. Who are living in or staying in these hotels due to like recovery, So I was looking at that and I'm just like, wow, that is the craziest thing, so many people that are actually staying in these hotels, and these women are getting like, the BBLs and stuff like that, boob jobs. Of course, I don't even know if tummy tuck is a common thing. Like they're not even really doing tummy tucks anymore. A lot of people are just getting extreme lipo, I think, with these body makeovers and things of that nature, y'all. So it's kind of like, I don't know, some people just, I don't know why some people would want to get all of these, big old heavy surgeries done. I don't know why some people would want to get, anything done that you can fix on your own is what I want to talk about. So I'm just really rambling right now until some people come up and through, okay, into the building. And then we're going to get on into the topic. We're going to talk about how to successfully get you some plastic surgery, okay? We're going to talk about finding the right surgeon, okay? We're going to talk about when should you know it is time to get plastic surgery. When is that going to be one of those, hey, it's time, and it's time right now, okay? A lot of people are putting their life, on the line when it comes to plastic surgery, so we want to talk a little bit about the downside of plastic surgery as well. Now, for those of you who see all of these Instagram models and stuff like that, y'all seeing a lot of these women, what I've noticed is a lot of telemarketers. And when I say telemarketer, you guys, that is what they would consider influencers nowadays, okay? These YouTubers and Instagrammers who have all of these major numbers behind them, and they always trying to get you to buy something. They always trying to sell you something, get this new wig, this smell good, this look good, this, whatever. Doing all of these hauls, trying to get you to buy all of these products that, you really probably don't want, and things of that nature. So I call them telemarketers, okay? Beautiful women, but they have an agenda. It is what it is, and their agenda is to not only get you, okay, as far as your view, but to get you to purchase products from a lot of other people. So of course they have to look good. They have to model that product. When they're doing try on hauls, they have to take those clothes and put them on and things of that nature. So it's like, hey, I gotta look good because I have to draw the attention of the audience right now. We have all of these women with these beautiful, sexy, curvaceous bodies, okay? And the first thing we do is, who is your doctor? Oh my God. And then the one thing that I don't really like or I don't want to make this about what I like and what I don't like. But one thing I'm not cool with, and one thing I will advise you on, is when it comes to finding a doctor, I always say there's a time for a discount. There is a time for a discount. And when it comes to a discount, when it comes to plastic surgery, that is not time for a discount. Please don't be going all out of the country because it's $20,000 less than it would be in the United States. You want to put your health first, okay, all the time. You want to put your health first all the time, okay? So when you're looking for a doctor, there are certain things that, you want to look for. Don't just look at somebody else's body because, honestly, they may have just lucked up, okay? There are certain things that you want to look at when you are trying to find a doctor, okay? So one thing you want to look at, you guys, when you're looking for a doctor for surgery is make sure that the doctor has a hospital affiliation. Okay, make sure that the doctor has a hospital affiliation, which means this doctor is a plastic surgeon, but he also works in this hospital. Like, you got some plastic surgeons who they work right next door to UPS, and it's nothing like getting some lipo while some boxes are being shipped out right next to you, or there's a grooming service grooming away at some dogs right while you on the table putting your life on the line. So you definitely want to make sure that the doctor that you choose, okay, has a hospital affiliation. That is something that is very important because I'm going to tell you why. When your doctor have a hospital affiliation and you get your surgery done in that hospital, if anything goes down with you, he got people in that hospital that's going to come through. Okay, or she got people in that hospital that's going to come through. It's some doctors that don't have a hospital affiliation. They over there doing that surgery in a strip mall right next to Ross, okay? And guess what? You got to get an ambulance that got to rush you to the hospital if anything were to go down, okay? And God forbid you over in some other country, okay, all the way across the world. Now, like I say, I love a good old discount, okay? Your girl Siren is not a stranger to a good old discount, but there's a time where I don't mind spending my full coin on some good results, okay, and some good treatment if anything were to go down. I would rather get my surgery in a hospital. Okay, do not be over there doing tummy tucks next to Ross. That's some stuff I'm just not crazy about. Now, I know a lot of these plastic surgery centers, these, outpatient centers. It's one thing for a doctor to have an outpatient center because my doctor that I went to, he is a hospital affiliate, but he also has his outpatient center, which is right in front of the hospital. Okay, it's right in front of the hospital, like the hospital right here, and his outpatient center is right there in front of the hospital. So if anything goes down, you want to make sure that if you have to be driven to a hospital, that a hospital is nearby. So that's another thing you want to look at when you're considering plastic surgery is you want to make sure that that hospital is not too far from where you're getting your work done, okay? So one, make sure that the doctor that's going to be doing your surgery has a hospital affiliation, and you definitely want to make sure that a hospital is near. If you decide to get it done outside of a hospital, which I don't know why you would, but some people do, it's up to you, okay? Sometimes they do the 2-for-1. I'm going to do her lipo and your lipo for one price. Some people just prefer, they want to be cheap or they want a discount. I don't know why. Like I say, plastic surgery, if a doctor tell me, oh, I do it for half, I don't want it done from you. I'm not going to get it done because now I don't trust, you too hard up for cash. Absolutely, positively not. This is not a time for a discount, okay? You also want to make sure the doctor has hospital privileges, which means if anything were to go down, if you in one surgery room and you're getting your surgery done and something were to go down and they need to rush you to another surgical room, if he has hospital privileges, he will be able to get you in that room under a new doctor right away. Okay, under another doctor, because while he got the descrub and all of that stuff, he's going to have a whole other doctor that's working on you. Now, if your doctor don't have hospital privileges, okay, which means people probably can't stand that doctor. That's the last thing you want is an old nasty, mean doctor that don't nobody like. Child, ain't going to help him if anything go down with his patients. So you want to make sure that the doctor has hospital privileges and that he can access the things that you may need in means of a crisis, or just in general. He may have like a couple of nurses that are like, hey, I'm available, I could come through during your surgery and I can help out, and he have more people helping than normal. Okay, so you want to make sure that the doctor has hospital privileges, y'all. Okay, this is for any of you. I don't care what type of surgery you're getting. It may seem small, but these are still critical things that you want to have in place prior to engaging or getting any type of surgery done. Okay. You want to make sure that your doctor is an American board plastic surgeon. He's a certified American board plastic surgeon. Okay, so you want to ask your doc. Y'all, listen, when you're choosing a doctor, it's just like an interview. You're interviewing this doctor to do this work on you. Okay, because you really do want to make sure you're in the best hands possible. Okay, you really truly do. You want to make sure that he's a board certified plastic surgeon, you guys, or she, whomever it is that you go to, and you can ask them for these credentials. You can ask them to see it. A lot of times it's posted everywhere. I know the doctor that I went to was all up and through magazines. He was probably a little too Beverly Hills for me, child. I'm like, oh, child, you would think you've been had some work done and stuff. He looked like he had a little waist cinch in type of thing. He drove around in exclusive Porsches and, Benzes and stuff like that. He was very bougie and he liked a good coin. That's why I went to him, because I'm like, he's all about his money and he got a healthy life that he got to take care of. So I know he's going to want to do a great job, because he need to keep that coin coming in so he could, keep this stuff that he got over here. He like nice things, So you definitely want to make sure that he is American board plastic, certified plastic surgeon. Okay. You want to check for references, okay? When it comes to choosing a doctor, you want to check for references, you guys. You want to make sure that people say, okay, well, some of these patients will give you some stories. Okay, now you don't want to just check references that your doctor is going to give you. You want to look at, like, when you go to their page, and sometimes you can see some of their clients that they've done some work on, and you can click on that client's page and see what their life has been like afterwards. Okay, are they satisfied with the work 5 months later? What their body looked like 5 months later. I don't want to see your body, right after the surgery, and I want to see you 2-3 years later. What you look like. Let me see. Those are the pictures that I want to look at and I want to engage in, because I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be checking and peeping the scene. So you definitely want to check references, you guys. And also you want to look at before and after pics. And a lot of these doctors have some of these, pictures that they just shop around. Doctors have, because they don't show no face. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time it shows the armpit down, or to show the back, so you really don't get to see that person's face. So you want to make sure that you look at some before and after pics. And we're not talking about right after pics. We're talking about, I want to see what your clients look like 2, 3, 4, 5 years later. Are they still content? Do they still look good? Are they still snatched to the gods? Okay, I want to make sure that everything looks good. Now, these are things that I, Siren, feel like you guys should take. These are steps that you guys should take when you are considering plastic surgery. Okay. And I wanted to make sure that I get that out of the way while we talk about, plastic surgery as well as other alternatives. Now, there are a lot of you who are like myself, over 40, okay? 40 and up club. Now, like I say, I really don't feel like people who are young, but there are a lot of young people getting lip fillers, getting boob jobs, getting tummy tucks, especially the BBL and all of that stuff. Back in our day, people used to take what they call periactives, okay? And a lot of women would, especially a lot of stripper women, would take that so that they can keep a little thickness to them. They didn't really care to be too thin back in the day. They wanted a nice thickness. They had a small waist and they wanted them thick thighs and that big old rump to go with it. A lot of the strippers back then had natural, buttocks, but then there were some that would get shots, okay? There was no BBL that I know of back then. Back then, they would strictly get shots into the buttocks, and a lot of the stuff that they was putting in these women, from what I heard, concrete and all type of stuff. Ooh, listen, I'm not down in anybody's request. Whatever you feel you need done in your body to make you look good, that is your decision, honey. It really truly is. That's your decision all day long. But there's no way I would make a decision to have somebody inject some cement, okay, up into my rear end, right? So it's just about making cautious decisions, you guys, in regards to what it is that you want. And like I say, back in the day, I didn't know of major, surgeries or things of that nature, but I do know that there was a world of women who wanted things done to their body. They wanted the look. You know what I'm saying? The look, regardless of whether you thin or thicker, you wanted that curvaceous, feminine type of look. And fortunately for your girl, Siren, I was able to inherit it naturally. Thanks, mom and dad. So, anywho, babe, I'm so annoyed, y'all. I forgot to change my hat, okay? But anywho, we gonna rock it, okay? We gonna make it look good, we gonna go with the flow. So, anywho, nowadays, let's talk about my story, because I did have some plastic surgery, okay? Yes, I did. I had a tummy tuck and lipo. Okay. After my twins, when I gave birth to my twins, when they cut me for my twins, usually when you have a cesarean, they cut you once, right? But because of the way my twins were, they had to cut me on both sides. So they made a little incision over here to take out one baby, and she was trying to get the other baby, and she was like, I'm going to have to cut you on the other side. So she had to cut me over there to get the other baby out. Now, after I healed from this, my stomach was kind of like locked. It had like a little flap. You know what I'm saying? It was a little locked because I feel like one of the incision was a little higher than the other. And then it had like a little flap, So regardless of all the working out I did and dieting and all of the stuff that I did, it's just like, I just was not content with what my stomach area looked like, So I decided to go in and have a tummy tuck done, along with lipo. Now, I didn't get the, I got the lipo after I got the tummy. Well, I got the tummy tuck and lipo, and then I went back, okay, for lipo, because once I got my tummy tuck, my stomach was flat and snatched to the gods, baby. But my back looked like I was carrying another set of twins back there. I was like, what is all this in my back? Why my back look like this? And it stood out so much. When you got like a stomach in the front, you don't really see the back fat like that. But when your stomach is flat in the front, okay, washboard in the front, the back really starts to look a little funny. So I decided to get a tummy tuck and liposuction. Okay. And this was 2009, maybe, I think, when I got my tummy tuck. It's been a while. It has been a while. And am I happy with the results? I am like 70% happy with my results. Now, my stomach, not an issue. You know what I'm saying? I could really kind of work on that. The only thing I don't like is where the tummy tuck cut is. He went in on there. Okay. He sold that thing so flat. And it's like, if I gain weight, my stomach will again hang over the damn. The same situation I tried to get rid of, okay? And I don't like, what I'm saying, that's the only thing I don't like about that. But the back is a little, they say don't ever expect perfection. And that's the thing about plastic surgery, is that you will keep it. It's a cycle. It can easily turn into a cycle where you're going to constantly back and forth, like getting this done. You're constantly trying to strive for perfection. So you have to learn how to grow a happiness with who you are as a person, so that you're not chasing some sort of crazy, deranged, perfected body that is more than likely not going to happen. I mean, I know so many women, and I know of so many other women who have done so much, okay, to their body, and they keep going back over and over and over and over again. After I got my surgery, like I say, I'm damn near 20 years in since I've had my surgery. I am very content with the results of it. Like I say, it's just that, I do feel like when it comes to my back, because I was so big when I got my surgery, the doctor I went to is a very conservative doctor. He's very conservative. He's not one of them, what it is, like what they call it, the mommy makeover, but it's the Dr. Curves, and he's not for anything that's overly, like that. He's not going to give you the stripper body. He's going to give you that nice mother figure. Okay, where you can still take your churn to the school and still be considered wholesome. You know what I'm saying? People ain't looking at your body like it's fake. Like he don't give you that fake plastic surgeon looking body. A lot of people refer to it as, you know, the punk body, and nothing against my community, okay? A lot of people refer to it as that punk look. Oh, she got that punk look, you know, because it's just too much. It's too much, you know. And he's very conservative. And I love that about him. But I do feel like he ain't have to be that dang conservative when it came to my back. Okay. I'm like, look, get it all out. Okay. Every last ounce of it. I don't care. You know, get it all out. So that's the only thing that I would still consider at this time. I have done so many different workouts. I'm finally getting to working out my back. And I am seeing a difference, you guys. I ain't gonna lie, I am seeing a difference. I'm finally getting to working out my back and, you know, trimming it down. Do I feel like with me working out, I think with maybe a year of consistently working out, and I'm talking like maybe some vigorous exercise, and you don't have, I mean, not vigorous, but maybe some type of, you know, sensitive exercise with just, you know, consistency is what I know I can do to probably gain the results. Or my other option would be to go back and get some more lipo done on my back. But like I say, I don't want to continue to chase, okay, after that with plastic surgery, because when you're going under that anesthesia, you guys, it's not, you know, it's a 50-50. Okay, it's like a dice game. You Russian roulette, you know, and especially those of us who have small children, you know, rest in peace to remember DC Young Flies, the mother of his children. I really wish I knew this woman's name, but I cannot call it out right now. Very beautiful woman, had just given birth to another baby just a few months prior, and was again chasing that perfect body. Now, what I do want to tell you guys is there are some critical things, okay, that your girl Siren could tell you, but I can't tell you on live because, you know, I'm going to be digging in the pockets of some doctors if I tell you this on live. So for those of you who attend my in-person seminars, okay, you will then be getting some very good gems, okay, from your girl. Things that you really should know. There are critical times where you should and shouldn't be getting plastic surgery. And if you know this, you can really save your life, okay? There are some things that we are just not educated on when it comes to surgery. And, you know, unfortunately, there are some doctors out here that need that coin. You know, they got an expensive, okay, an exclusive lifestyle. So they need the coin, okay? So I got my surgery and that's that. Right? Would I get it again? Yeah, of course. I got a tummy tuck. Child, I had 4 children, okay? And a set of twins was part of it, right? When I got to my twins, when I didn't give birth, like when in labor, but when I was scheduled for my C-section, I was approximately 270 some pounds. Okay, I was a big old whale. Yes, I was. You could have just tossed my big old right in the water, honey, and I would have just blended in with the rest of them with the sea. I don't think nobody would have bothered me. Okay, that's how big I was. I was at about 270, I believe, when I went in, and honestly, they were 6.5 weeks early. Okay, they were 6.5 weeks early and they were 7 pounds at birth. Okay, so they were very big babies, and you know, I had a lot of, I just couldn't breathe. I was literally taking short breaths, like I had to get them up out of there. I'm like, look, doc, if you don't do it, I'm gonna do it. I ain't lying, okay? So, yeah, I went and got mine done, y'all. I think my babies were about 4. I think when I got mine done, you guys, yeah, they were about 4 years old when I got them done. And it's just, I would do it again. That's why I say I ain't hating on nobody who get plastic surgery for the necessary reasons. But for those of us who tend to abuse plastic surgery, which means you got to work on that mental first and foremost. Before you consider getting anything physical, I would strongly suggest that you get some type of therapy, okay, to get to the core of why, okay, you want to continue to get some work done. If you are getting plastic surgery because you like, listen, I gave birth to children, I've given myself 5-6 years to kind of work out or develop a healthy diet or food regime, or, you know what I'm saying, a healthy lifestyle, but I'm just not, you know, getting the results that I want. Because sometimes with age, our body slows down. You know, you can work out the same way you did when you was in your 20s, and you can do that in your 40s, and you just don't get the same result, okay? I've worked out and gained weight. You know, I've cut back on certain foods and gained weight. I'm probably way bigger right now, eating way less, down to 1 meal a day. Okay. Hey, y'all. Down to 1 meal a day. And I don't know, I hope I didn't put this thing on churn. I don't think I did. But anywho, you know, down to 1 meal a day. And it's like, I noticed that my weight, you know, increased. Okay, so I don't know what that was about, but like I said, that can be due to age. Now, the thing about it is, as we get older, you guys, okay, as we get older, like I said, the body does tend to slow down. So we have to be very knowledgeable on what it is that we put in our body. Okay. And you want to be very knowledgeable of why it is that you want plastic surgery. Why? Do you really know? Like, if you, like I said, if you've done all you can, you just had kids and you want to, you know, get rid of those that baby weight that you haven't been able to get rid of, okay. But if you already had surgery and now you're going back, like I've heard of someone who literally went and got their knees lipoed. Like if you gonna get your damn knees lipoed, baby, I don't know who have to get their knees like lipo. Y'all, that's just, switch up your routine. Develop a healthier lifestyle. Change up the way that you're eating. Do some type of workouts, you know, that will be beneficial towards your weight. Like some people getting lipo in their fingers. You know, I think that's just abusing, you know, the plastic surgery at some point when you're getting things like that done. Because it just doesn't make any sense to have to get those type of minor things done, like, you know, in your knees or, excuse me, the inner thigh. What you need your inner thigh done for? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but some people want that. They want that little gap look, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's an easy fix when it comes to losing weight. That's just the scissors, okay? Lay on your back and just open and close your legs. Period. You don't even need no weights, and you can do it at home while you're watching YouTube, okay? Some of y'all could be doing it right now. Put old Siren up on your big old TV screen, honey. Get you a nice little pallet, put it on that floor, and lay down and work it out while you're watching, okay? It's very simple. Those of us who have problems with the arms and stuff like that, because y'all know that's my, you know, target area now, is trying to work on those arms and that back. Okay, y'all, very simple. You don't even need weights, okay? All you have to do, 50 reps of this 3 times a day, every day for 6 weeks. Okay. And then also going up and down, you know what I'm saying? But you want to keep your arms like kind of back. Okay. And you want to go up and down. Okay. Arms kind of back. You guys, you can work out and do very simple things. But, you know, a lot of us, you know, we just either we don't have time or, you know, we just don't like to engage in working out. Some of us like, I don't like working out. Well, do you like looking good? Okay. If you like looking good, then you're going to do what it takes to, you know, work out. So let me see what else I wanted to talk about. Working out, okay. All of my women who are, you know, well, I would say 40 plus, but sometimes it can include women who have had children, okay? Because once you have kids, I feel like you automatically in that 40 plus club. You're no longer in the 20s. You're no longer a fun mom or a fun, you know, person. They really do knock us out. Like when you have a baby, I really do believe it adds 20 years on to you, emotionally, physically, because you don't get to be young and, you know, ignorant, you know what I'm saying, anymore. You got to really live up to your responsibility, and you have to move into that 40 plus club a lot earlier. And I think when it came to me, I've always had like more mature friends. I've always dated up, you know, to more mature men who were a couple of years older than me. So, you know, I was already in that 40 plus club. I feel like even at damn 15, okay? I had my first baby at 15 years old. So once I became a teenage mom, okay, I was automatically catapulted into the 40 plus club, okay? I'm now an auntie and my ex is 15 years old. I'm already an auntie, okay? At 15 years old with a dang little one on my hip, honey, walking around talking about it don't make no sense, all right? Honey, when I was young, I had to stand in them lines registering my baby at daycare with all of the mature women. There weren't many, you know, young ladies. Like there were programs and stuff, but I wasn't really into those, you know, those programs and all of that free schooling and stuff like that. I didn't like them long lines for that. So I went to where the working moms were that was paying for their daycare. And I went and stood in those lines and registered my kids and got them in school and told their daddy, look, this is how much it's going to cost. Okay. I got to go to school. So the baby got to go to school. You know, this is what it's going to cost. So I did things like that, you know. But anywho, Working out, you guys, really wanting, first things first, you got to have a mindset of what you want your body to look like. What do you want to work on? And then you got to dedicate at least 6 weeks to 4 months, okay? At least 6 weeks. If it's something small, then okay, 6 weeks. But if it's something large, you guys, that you're trying to work on, like I say, for those of us who want that gap in the thigh, I told y'all, do the scissors. Okay, open your legs, open leg. Listen, very simple things that you can do, okay? Very simple exercises, very simple working things that you can do to work out. And also, you're going to have to put some snacks down. A lot of us, when it comes to working out, when it comes to us, stepping into a beautiful body, we don't want to do the work. We don't want to, eat right. We want to eat what it is that we want to eat. We want to look. That's how plastic surgery tends to spoil us, but is it worth your life? What I want to say is, after years or after you get plastic surgery, your body is numb. The nerves in that area is dead. Okay, with that lipo and all of that stuff, the nerves is dead. So you don't have a sensation. You're going to lose sensation. Also, it can also attract an unhealthy blood flow, okay, in your body for the rest of your life, okay? You'll know blood don't really circulate to certain areas anymore, especially when you get that lipo. And this is why I'm very hesitant about going to get, more lipo, is because I'm like, even with what I've had done, fortunately for me, like I said, my doctor, he's a very conservative doctor, so he ain't going in like killing you. You know what I'm saying? He's very gentle with what it is that he do, because he does want to preserve and protect the nerves as much as possible, so he don't go as deep. A lot of these women have no waist, no stomach, no back, because the doctors don't went in and killed and took out all of the nerves, all of the fatty tissue. They don't care. They taking out the fat and they killing the nerves and all of that stuff too. So fortunately for me, when it comes to my stomach, I still have sensation. A lot of people, when they get tummy tucks, they don't have any sensation in that area. Or some of them, they'll have some sensation over here, but none over here. I remember not too long after I got my tummy tuck and I got my first round of a tattoo over it. One side, honey, I'm like, go in, go ham, do what you're going to do, buddy. But the other side, I was screaming, honey. I was, wait. So now it's kind of balanced itself out. So, I can feel an itch, on that side. I have the sensation back in my stomach. But a lot of people, you will lose the sensation, okay? You could touch that area and literally like feel nothing. So a lot of these women that you see with these old flat stomachs, honey, and flat and snatched waist and all of that stuff. And then, they got the big old buttocks and thighs. That also does contribute to back problems. This is something that a lot of people are not talking about. Those who have gotten either the BBL, okay, or they've gotten their back tucked so much that it sits. It's kind of like, this is the back, and then let me see, what is this is the buttocks. You know what I'm saying? So it's too much on that back. That heavy buttocks will then put too much pressure on your lower back, and then when you sit, it pushes it up, okay, up your back. And when you lay down, you can't lay flat because your buttocks is too big. Your back is curved in, so it's not touching the bed. And a lot of women develop problems in their legs as well. People who have gotten the BBL done, they develop problems in their legs where they can't stand on their legs too long, or they develop swelling in their legs, a lot of fluid buildup. So it's a lot of things that we would have to take, seriously, you guys, when we're considering plastic surgery. It can be a beautiful thing. I mean, condolences to those who have lost their lives, and for those who have had those horror stories where things was lopsided and crooked. And I don't got time for all of that. That's why I say you can prevent all of that by taking the necessary precautions that we discussed in the beginning, making sure you are going to the correct doctor, making sure you are going to an appropriate facility. The last thing you want to do is be having plastic surgery and something happens and they have to call an ambulance, okay? And they have to wait for the ambulance to come get you because we on a clock. Okay, if you stop breathing and they got to try to resuscitate you, or you know what I'm saying, like, you want to make sure you're in the hospital. That's why not only did I pay for my surgery to be done in a hospital, I also paid for that extra day. And what you pay for that extra day, granted, it's about 15. Back then, I think it was about $1,500 a day. if I'm not mistaken, 15 to 2,500 a day for that extra stay in the hospital. But I've seen people pay more for Chanel bags. Okay, how you gonna pay more for a Chanel bag but pay way less when it comes to yourself and your health and your, your wealth and stuff like that? Like, I don't understand, so it's like, I'm going to put my money where it needs to go. Okay, you do not want to be getting no surgery, like I said, in some strip mall or in some foreign country where you don't have family around to really take care of you. I heard they have like houses or whatever that, people go to, and they have like nurses that really don't care for you there. Maybe they do. They come and they, put everybody in a bed and think, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather the people who come check on me be certified nurses, they be RNs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They work for that hospital. That's their job, and if anything go down, boom, y'all can rush me to the surgery or the ER room or whatever, like things of that nature, okay? So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about plastic surgery because a lot of you reached out to me in regards to my vlogs where I talk about my surgery sometimes. And a lot of you have seen my body. My body, if you look at my body, you wouldn't think like, oh, she got some heavy surgery. Like I said, my doctor, he's very conservative. And, I could put on clothes and still look like, a mom. You know what I'm saying? I get bloated. Okay, some days my stomach a little protrude over, okay? You be like, you gotta tell me what? But, I have those days. And there are some people who, their stomach just never get big. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't get big at all. But that's because there's no, maybe I'm going to assume at this point. I'm assuming at this point that that's because there's no nerves, you know what I'm saying, up in there. I'm only in that assumption. And all of the fat will start to go towards other parts of the body where there are nerves, where there are fat cells, and where they can survive. So this is why a lot of women who do get, the body snatched and all of that, they tend to have issues with their legs, and their arms start to swell and look extra big. Their legs start to look big. They get them tree trunks type legs after a while. You have to definitely maintain, surgery once you get it. It's not all right, easy like Sunday morning because you done got some surgery. No, you have to maintain that. Okay, you got to make sure that you are eating right. You got to make sure that you're working out as well. You still have to work out. Okay, after having surgery, you definitely want to work out because you want that blood flow to be kind of healthy. Like I said, you're going to have some dead areas in that body where there's no blood flow. That's why you have no feeling there, And then, like I said, you don't want to get that BBL too big. And I think honestly with getting a little lipo in the back, that could make anybody look like they got a, badonkadunk. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think you need to get all of that stuff. I've heard of people who have gotten fat transferred to like their hips, their thighs and things of that nature. Just don't overdo it. Because some of these doctors, they will overdo it. Okay, and you got to make sure that you have a healthy conversation with your doctor and be like, look, doc, okay, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want too much. I still want to look conservative. I still want to be able to drop my kids off to school without everybody thinking I'm in somebody's magazine. You know what I'm saying? I still want to be able to go to a board meeting and be respected, as a corporate official. Or I still want to walk out into the world and feel safe as a possibly single woman out here in these streets, So you definitely want to make sure that you keep a nice, beautiful, and conservative look, What else there is, I would like for you guys to know in regards to plastic surgery. Just really be careful out here, okay? And honestly, do everything you can first before making that decision. Do everything else that you can first. And if you feel like, you know what, Siren, I've done everything I can, okay? I'm still making that decision to go ahead and get some surgery done. Definitely make sure you get a consultation with me so I can, discuss your time of surgery, okay? Because all of this stuff matters. It's very critical, okay? You can go and get some surgery done at the wrong time and you will be like constantly going back. I didn't know this stuff here when I got mine, okay? And when I got my surgery, one of my surgeries, not my tummy tuck, but when I went back and got that lipo, it wasn't the right time. And that's why I don't like my results. And that's why I feel like I need to go back and fix it, okay? During the right time, though. Okay, but yes, just make sure that you do everything that you can prior to finalizing the decision to have you some plastic surgery. Make sure you get you some therapy. Why do you want surgery? And if you've already gotten surgery, why do you want more? Okay. Why do you feel like, I need to get these arms done? But if you feel like you haven't done any work, okay, for at least 6 weeks to get those arms, see what you can get. What results can you get in 6 weeks? If you don't get the results you want after 6 weeks, then boom, go for it. Go and let them, you know what I'm saying? Go and let them fill it out, okay? But like I say, I just want you guys to be very careful, because when a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to go out of the country, that's just, it becomes a little dangerous, okay? And they know that you guys are probably over there by yourself and don't have sufficient family members or loved ones to, watch after you and things of that nature. So, going out of the country to doctors who are not certified, board certified, doctors who, gonna charge you a little bit of nothing, I don't know about that, y'all. That's the only thing. Like, you really got to be safe. If you got to take that many measures to get it done, I say it's just not time, to get it done, or it's just not meant for you to, have it at all. But check in with your higher self. Check in with God, okay? Check in with people who love you, whoever it is that you could trust to give you some good, honest work, information and feedback and stuff like that. And really, truly love yourself. And y'all... be very conservative. What's sexy is, or what's coming back to me, is that natural, divine, feminine energy. Not that big old everything. You know what I'm saying? Men really don't care for that. You know what I'm saying? That's like the fantasy, it's not the desire, it's not the reality, so you definitely want to make sure that you do have a, desired look. You got a lot of people who are going out there to get things reversed. Okay. A lot of people want to go smaller in the chest, or they want to go smaller in the buttocks area, or they want to reverse some type of decision that they've had done prior in the past. And, it's up to you, but that nothing more sexy than that natural feminine, okay, look. So shout out to y'all, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Siren Speak show with your girl Siren over here. And thank you to everybody who liked the vlogs. Thank you to everybody who's checking out the vlogs. Thank you to everybody who subscribed to the channel. I really, truly appreciate y'all. We're going to be coming back on here with some more topics that I'm going to be discussing with you guys. So I appreciate you, and thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who liked the video, gave it a big old fat thumbs up. Thank you for all of your comments. Definitely drop them down in the comment section, and your girl gonna answer. Okay, if there's anything you want to know about plastic surgery or the process, or you just have a general question in regards to your story or something you want to address, okay, put it down in the comment section, honey. Let's talk about it, and I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.